Hi, it's Tony here from the Heritage Line. Right, in this episode I'm going to show you about my faulty Class 66 and the lighting issue I had on it, and the procedures I've actually gone through to try and sort it out. So we'll see how we get on with that one. And in the second part of the video we're going to be looking at stock boxes, how you actually look after your stock, whether you store it on the layout, store it in boxes, store it in the original box. But I'm going to show you what my plan is and what I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoy the video and we'll speak to you later. So bye for now. Right guys, this is a Class 66. I chipped this quite a few years ago, took it out of the box, giving it a test run, put the code in. As you can see, it looks nice and smooth, but the problem is when I put the lights on, they all come on. Red and the white come on at that end. There you go. Change direction, lights stay on. This is unusual, not really sure what's going on with this loco. Usually if the board goes, it's usually a diode on the board. Usually lights don't work, but in this case all the lights are working. So we'll take it over to the bench and we'll have a few tests and see what happens. So we'll go over to the bench next. Right then, so we're over at the bench. So first thing we're going to do is have a go at taking the top off. This time I'm going to try and use some plastic shims. If I can get them in. That's one side. The other side. There we go. So give it a little wiggle. There we go. Right, we'll take the chip out like that. Let's have a look. Right, I'm not actually noticing anything unusual on the board. So I think the first thing to do is we'll put a blanking chip in. We'll try it on DC first, see if the lights are still the same as they were before. And that way at least we'll eliminate if it's a chip or if it's a loco. So we'll put the chip in next. Find a chip. Here's one we've got. So there's a blanking chip. So we'll put this back in. Put the top back on. And we'll take it back over to the test track. We'll put it onto DC mode. Like that. And we'll see if she actually runs in DC properly with the lights. So we'll go back over to the board. Right then, so we're back over at the test track. Got it on DC. So we'll give it a little spin now, see what happens, see if the lights work properly. So, yeah, that's good. I'll try and bring that bit forward a bit more. As you can see, white lights are on. That looks good. Other way, red lights are on. So to me that says it's not actually the loco. So I think what we need to do is we need to actually have a look at the chip. Maybe me putting the chip in the wrong way around. It may be a faulty chip that needs resetting. But this is something I'm going to have a look at. So we'll take it back over to the board now. Right, so we're back over at the board. So what I'm going to do is I've got one of these. This is a decoder tester. Put it in there. Very old one, very old model. I do need to update it at some point. I'll take in a bit. If you look at this, what it's got. This here is your DCC in. You can put an 8-pin decoder in there, 6-pin in there, and a 21-pin in there. That's that old. That is the only inputs it's got. The newer version has got an X18 socket in. It's also got the 22-pin and all the other pins as well to go along with it. And I believe you can get an expansion board for the new one, so you can actually do larger decoders. But this is the one we've got, so this is what we're going to use. So the first thing I need to do is I need to plug in my decoder into there. So that's my decoder. So there we go. There we go. Just plug my decoder in. We'll give it some power. We know it is programmed. So there we go. That's it programmed. So we've put some power to it. Motor spinning. I turn it back. Turn it the other way. That light changed. Very interesting that. There. So I'll just switch directions again. So it's switching between directions okay. So I can't seem to find a fault with this decoder. So all I can think that's actually happened is that the decoder has somehow moved inside the loco, and instead of being straight like that, it's maybe gone in like that, and it's actually crossed the pin somewhere, hence all the actual lights lighting. So what we're going to do is we'll take this out, put it back into the Class 66, and we'll see if that solved the problem. Right, so we've got the top off. I've took the blanking chip out, and we'll have a go at putting this back in now, and we'll see if that makes any difference. So we'll try and get it in again. Slowly put it in. Right, we'll get the top back on now, and then we'll get it back onto the board, and we'll see if it works. Right, so we're back on the test track now. There we go. As you can see, she's running fine. So let's put the lights on and see what happens. This time we have a white light on that end, and now it's gone to red. If we have a quick look, I'll pan you over to the other side, make sure the other end is working properly. So we'll drive it up. Yeah, red light seems to be working, and the white light seems to be working. So all I can think of there, guys, is that the decoder somehow has got dislodged inside, moved to the side, and obviously connecting on 2 pins. It's now working fine, the loco's fine, so happy days. So if you ever have that problem, that's what it could be. And that's the procedure I use to find out if the loco's faulty or if it's the chip. So we'll get on to something else now, so I'll be back soon. You're right, guys. Right, we're here to talk about how we store our stock. Some people might actually just keep them in the boxes, some people store them on the layout, some people are in showcases. Currently I'm just building up my stock at the minute, so it's basically in a box. I'll just show you what I mean. Here's an example. One big box, all stored, full of chains. Now, because I've got several layouts, I tend to have 3 areas of stock. I have me preserved stock that I tend to run. I've got, let me think, I do sort of mid-80s to late 80s, and I do about 95 to 2005. So I've actually got 3 lots of stock. Well, I'm sure you can appreciate this, but when you want to run some trains, you got to take the stuff out of the boxes, put it on the layout, run the trains, then you'll probably put them away again. If it's a small layout, put your layout away. And it all takes up time. It's a case of what do you run, what don't you run. Everybody tends to run their favourite stock. So I'm trying to make things simpler for myself. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some foam inserts. They come in various different sizes. I just found them on eBay. If you just sort of search N-Gauge storage, that will give you various choices of what there is available. I'll give you an example. This is a little stock box I picked up at an exhibition. We look inside. I think this is an A4 size one, and it just looks like that. You just got your inserts down here. You take them out. You can actually cut them to length, put your trains in, like I have done here. You can see where I've actually put some inserts in there, and that's just a typical stock box. So we'll put that away. Now, what I've done for the heritage line, I want my stock easily available, but obviously I've got nothing on the layout yet, because to be frank, I'm still building it. I don't want my stock out if I'm going to make a mess. So once I get to a stage nearer, I'll be eventually having my stock in the sidings, getting it ready to run. But for now, I've got it in storage, so I made it easy, and this is what I've done, so I'll take you over to that. Right, so what I've actually got for the heritage line, these are just A4 drawers. I think I probably picked up at Wilco's, and this is what I've been storing my stock in. As an example, I'll just chuck to me like that for now. But what I have done is I've got some foam inserts, and this is what they look like. Put the coaches, I can actually get 2 layers in there. So I've got some coaching stock in there. I found that these inserts don't go right to the end, but I found if you put a box in at the end, it's nice and smooth, nicely compact, does the job. Get them in lengthways. My only problem with these are Mark 1 coaches. I discovered they aren't quite long enough, so I've actually had to cut the edges slightly just to make it so that the coaches fit in. Now the other option you've got is you can get them lengthways like that as well. These are what I'll be using for my locos, so I'll probably get a couple of these for my locos, and underneath I've got another one lengthways. What I've done is put my wagons in, cut these to size, and away we go. So that's all my wagons in there. I do have a few more wagons, so I do need to get some more of these. They're not expensive. I think these are the A4 size. I think I found these for £5. Great way, when I want to run my locos, I can just get the stock very easily out there. I'm not fiddling around with boxes. So that's what I've got for that. So now then, what am I going to do with my other stock? I can't just keep having these, it's just not practical. I do need to keep my big box. So what I found is, I found some inserts slightly bigger and they seem to fit the box. I'll show you what I mean. Right then, so this is actually my stock box that I'm currently using. Absolutely jammed, full of boxes, not very practical. Well, I found a slightly bigger size, so I made myself out a template to see if it would actually fit into this box. So measured out 2 pieces of A4, wrote down the size of what it was. As it happens, that looks like it's going to fit in the box. So what I've done is I've actually purchased some more inserts. I think these cost me £30 for 5, but with them being that touch longer, I reckon I should be able to get 2 coaches in there quite comfy. Hopefully Mark III coaches, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So here we go. This is what's arrived, guys. So we'll have a quick look inside and see what they look like. Now these I've got, these were £30 for 5. The seller does actually have a proper cardboard box of storage with 5 in. I think they're about 36 quid. I've got no affiliation to the seller. I'll just show you what options we have there on the market. So let's take them out, see what we've got. Right, so we've got a top layer. Let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a nice top layer as well. Now then, these are slightly different. If you actually look here, I don't know if you can tell, but these we can take out brick by brick, and I've actually got some sticky back on the back. That's new. So what I'm assuming we can do is work out the lengths, work out the stock, stick these back in, and it'll all look nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start emptying all my stock out, and we'll see what we can make up. So we'll be right back when we've done that. So we'll catch you later, guys. Right guys, I've just had a look at this. That's where the level they actually come up to. I'm not sure, I might be able to get another 2 layers in there, or I might just get the 1 layer in there. So it might be worth me getting another one just to finish the box off. I've actually got 3 boxes like this, so it's going to take a while. I'll have to see what money I've got, when I've got it. I'm currently on furlough, but we'll crack on. We'll try and get some of these loaded up with stock, and we'll see how it fares with that. Hopefully I'll save some room. All the empty boxes I'm going to be storing away in a big box that I don't use out the way. Hopefully all my stock will be easily more accessible. So we'll start cracking on. Right guys, as you can see, pack my HTAs, my TTAs, my MEAs. I've left a line here purely because at some point I intend expanding the MEAs. I might get a couple more HTAs, I don't know. But I'm just going to leave that line now for expansion for further on down the line. So that's one layer done, so I'm going to crack off onto the next layer. Right then, finished doing my stock boxes. The only thing I haven't done are my mega frets. That's what a mega fret looks like. Got all these containers to put on. Now the reason I've held back is the very early version of these, some of these were banana shakes, they were a little bit bowed, and these are the early versions. I've not actually checked them yet, so I need to get them out, see if they're bowed, see if they run nice. We'll put the containers on them. Once I'm happy with that, I'll then put them into the storage boxes. So that I will show in a different video. So just some mega frets to do left. So we'll take them out and I'll show you what I've done. So first layer. Now I'm not sure if this is showing up on camera. There you go. If you look there, you can see the name of the loco, and you see I've put the code on the end. This is purposely so I can see what locos I've actually got DCC fitted. There's a lot of stock I haven't done. I am currently working my way through them. What I intend to do is, on the top of this box, I'm going to do some data sheets. It'll show what loco I've got, what code it's on. It'll give information like what decoder I've got in it, if it's got a sound decoder, what decoder that is, where it's from, and it'll show all the different functions for the sounds. So if anybody else is using the layout, they can just literally get a data sheet out, they know what sound is, what the buttons to press. Everybody's happy, it makes it nice and easy, and it makes the hobby enjoyable. So I've still got some data sheets to knock up. Well, that'll be for a while yet. I'm currently furloughed still, can't get access to the works computer, I don't have a printer here. So that's another job for me to do in the future. But this is what I've done. So as you've seen, we've got the top layer with a few diesels in there. They're all done. And got a few more done there. I'll try and get it better in view. There we go guys. That shows a bit more stock there. Lots and lots of Virgin stuff. Pretendolino and the Voyager there, plus the Rescue of course. So we've got a bit of that and the other stuff you've seen. So that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. I hope it's given you a few ideas of what to do. This certainly is going to make my life a lot more easier. I'm not forever opening boxes and looking for bits and all that sort of stuff. I can just pull a tray out, bang it on the railway, know it works. That's what I want, nice and easy. If I had a more permanent setup, then like a lot of you guys, these things will probably end up in the sidings while I'm playing with them. But for now, because I'm still in the construction period and there's lots of mess about, you don't want to knacker up all your expensive locos. They need to be looked after. So I'm going to leave it now. Hope it's helped some of you. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again later. We'll be back soon. Bye for now.